Alright, this is my review of the Traxxas Slash Brushless Edition from Traxxas. I don't know the number, I don't have it in front of me right now. So here it is. It is two-wheel drive. It looks just like the brushed edition. It comes with the body, and then out of the box you'll get your 2.4 gigahertz radio, Traxxas power cell 8.4 volt nickel metal hydride battery, and a bunch of tools and stickers and giant pamphlet of stuff. Let's see. This Slash right here began its life as a brushed Slash. If you've seen my brush Slash review, and I bought brushless system Velineon from Traxxas, and boom, I suddenly had a brushless Slash. So, take the body off. Yeah, I did here. If you notice, I think my other video had it. I don't have the clip saver things on anymore. Took those off, and I put Velcro on here, and that holds the body on pretty well on the sides to keep it from flopping around. And I also, instead of putting the clips on just the halfway to the one click, like you normally do, so instead of going like that, what I found really helps sometimes, pushing it all the way on, so it's in that loop. And that seems to keep them on really well. Yeah. Only problem with that is sometimes if you take a really hard hit on the top, when they're like this, they can actually pull themselves through the body hole where the post goes up through, which is kind of a pain, and it rips up your body. So all you want to do there is take that, you put your body on, put this over the post on top of the body, then you put your clip through. That'll keep it from going through, which is really nice. So, now to the actual review. It is out of the box, the way it comes. This is assuming it comes the exact same way the brushed Slash does, which I'm pretty sure it does, except for the motor and ESC. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to go insanely fast. You're not going to get a good grip with your tires at all on any surface. The tires are bad. You know, I've heard that over and over again, and I was like, oh, they're not so bad. They're ready to go pick up a pair of caliber, Proline calibers, or AKA City Blocks tomorrow. And these, they're not good. What I did was I had my Slash brush. I broke shock mount, I bent a shaft of my shock absorber, broken our side bar, and my front skid plate several times. That was about the only thing I ever broke on my brush Slash. So then I got brushless. I put the brushless system in, I'm all excited. I roll over once, snapped apart instantly. My rear hub carrier, I think that's what it's called. It's the piece in here that holds the all bearings and the shaft and everything. So got that, upgraded to RPM. RPM's awesome. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that RPM's amazing, because that's what I say in every video. So I fixed that. The next time I rolled over, broke my front one. Looks exactly like it, but it's for the front. It's your steering knuckle, I think. Yeah. Other than that, I haven't really broken any pieces on here. The wheelie bar, I have a wheelie bar. It is not very necessary for the brushless Slash, unless you get tires that are actually going to get a grip on stuff. And then, yeah, it's kind of fun to do wheelies. However, the wheelie bar's highest setting is even higher up than the bumper. So with the bumper, what happens if you do a wheelie? You don't hit the bumper at all. You wind up scraping the corners of your body. So, when you go up on a wheelie, your body's what hits right there. Which is why you can see mine's all rounded up now, because I've wheelied on it a couple of times. So the wheelie bar, you never want to put your highest setting, or it'll be bad for the body. As you can see, my body's trash anyway, so I didn't really care. So, waterproof-wise, does it go in the water? Is it waterproof? Traxxas says it is, and yes, indeed it is. I've driven this thing underwater. I accidentally I was driving along the side of the creek, right, and, crossing over the creek, and, where it was maybe an inch of water. I'm trying not to get the bearings wet, so, not much. Driving by, accidentally went to the top, and I was going kind of, not fast, but I hit a branch that I didn't see, and I tried to counter steer, and I rolled over, and I reached for it, and I didn't get it, and it falls upside down into the pond, not the pond, the creek, and completely submerged. It was like 2 feet of water where it was, and what happens with this is, I don't know what it does. It goes into like shutdown mode where it won't let you turn the motor at all. It will stop the motor. I don't know why, but it stops the motor when you get the motor fully submerged, or the ESC fully submerged. I'm not sure which one. It was both in this case. And so you then have to go and get it out. However, when you don't get whatever it is completely soaking wet, you can drive through it and you're absolutely fine. You can go through puddles, you're fine. Electronics-wise, it's awesome. Always let this air out afterwards. I've not killed one, but it froze up on me and I had to dry it out in a bowl of rice for a couple of days, and then it got all better. But electronics are completely waterproof. However, your other stuff is not completely waterproof. It's kind of a bad thing. So your bearings, you always have to wash these out. Anything metal will rust, especially that piece right there. You can see that piece right there. That goes from your servo up to your steering linkages inside there. It rusts like crazy. Keep an eye on that. But basically, WD-40, get that all good. Also, spur and pinion gears. Here's your spur, here's your pinion. Pinion, absolutely fine. I'm running right now a 23 pinion 23 and 90, I believe. It's on road only, so I'm gonna take this back to 17 again. So I'll be back in the normal range, I think. But your spur gear, the plastic one, it strips out really easily with brushless. Even I'm going to say this motor has a lot of power. This is the most powerful motor I've ever driven in a car like this. Front's got the Mini E Revo, so But I've stripped 5 spur gears now, and they are very annoying to get off and on. So basically, you don't want to jam the throttle the moment you start, because it does bad things to 2 things. One, your spur gear here, and 2, in here you've got your half shafts. I'm gonna take this wheel off real quick. So I'm actually gonna use this wheel in another example. Okay, so right here is your shaft, right? Comes out of the gearbox, motor, there's this, there's your all gears, comes out. You've got your half shafts here. They're spinning on these little metal ball things that have 4 spokes out, and it's a linkage here, which is technically 2 linkages that slide inside each other. It's got a linkage here, which actually goes through the ball bearings and onto your hex head, which your wheel sits on. Then up here, you've got this one that it's got some little screw, hex head, tiny screw thing that goes in there, and it clamps onto this output thing. And there's also another one of those ball things with 4 hooks hanging out of there. So you strip your spur gear if you jam the throttle. You also, this plastic piece back here, that's the outdrive from the gearbox, which you can take off really easily. You can get to it pretty easily. What I've started to notice is, you can see it really well in here. It sticks through this tiny plastic hole right there. You can't really see it very well. I'll look behind the camera and see. We'll bring it really close. So, there's that tiny pin right there. And what happens with it is, if you jump throttle, it wiggles a little bit. And what I've noticed happening up here, it has made itself, not the tiny hole that it's supposed to poke in, but it's made like, it's spread out so it can fit 2 in there almost now, which is really bad. Traxxas makes, I don't know if it's steel or aluminum or whatever it is, metal ones of those that I think I'm going to have to get soon, because I'm getting kind of annoyed that that's stripping out on me. But I think that's partially the way I'm driving, but still, something you're going to have to watch for. Again, with the waterproofness, the truck, if you get everything nice and clean, you've still got one problem. Even if you get all the water out of your tires. If you notice, this is a very worn tire. This one's better. It's the front. So what's happened is the stuff's worn all off, which is normal for running it on the street. This isn't supposed to be a street tire. But then, if you get water in here, it's got these tiny holes to let air in and out of the tire, and it lets water in. So when you drive through water, you're going to get some water in here. What Traxxas has to do is poke 2 holes in it, 180 degrees apart. About I don't know, maybe this is an 1/8 inch. That seems a bit big. Put all 4, or take your rear tires, spin them full speed and all throttle will spray out. You can get most of it out. You're not going to get all of it out. I didn't read that part, so I didn't do that. And then I figured that it was already done. Why bother not doing it? Always do it, even if the damage is already done. Because you know what happens? You roll over and you think, I'm going to make my wheels balloon. With brushless, your rear wheels will balloon like crazy. It's amazing. So I said, oh, this is going to be cool. I'm going to balloon my tires. So I hold one, and the other one spins, right? Because it's a differential. It's going to let you hold one and only spin the other one, right? So I do that, and then I'm like, I'm looking away, and then I look back down, and I hear boom. Look at that nice little crack right there. Boom. And then I look down and I see the water come up and spray me in the face. It split the tire completely. Both of my rear tires have now been split. This one's huge. And it wound up cutting the foam all the way down to the wheel in there. So my lesson here is run it in the water, drill your holes in your tires, or don't run it in the water. Because it's a bad, bad idea to do what I did. I've now learned. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh goodness. My reviews are always so long. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Fun factor, 5. If you can get it, it's a big 5. If you can get it so that it will not break on you, get some RPM parts, grade to aluminum. I think I'm going to get my shock towers to aluminum, or at least this one, because this one's getting kind of annoying. It's really wobbly. I think that's partially why I'm bending my shock shafts. The Traxxas Ultra shocks do bend their shafts pretty easily. So durability, I'm going to give it a 3. They could do a lot better. They could go ahead and the Slash Platinum and Ultimate 4x4. They come with this aluminum and that aluminum and this aluminum and all this great stuff upgraded for you, big bore shocks. If they could do. Right now they have the Slash like 3 different ways. They have the Brush Slash with the AM radio, they have the Brush Slash with the AM radio on the Qshmo tires, they have the Brush Slash with the 2.4 GHz radio, they have the Brushless Slash with the 2.4 GHz radio. They could do the Brushless Slash Platinum and the Brushless Slash Ultimate. I think that would be cool. Really cool. Because that would mean that you don't have to buy the Brushless Slash and then say, why did I do this? Now I've got an extra radio if you've already got one at home. But you could get, instead of paying the price for the radio, you could pay the price for pop-up stuff on here. So overall, I'm going to give this vehicle a 4. If you can get it so it's not going to break on you, you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to go really fast, and it's going to be a great truck for you. So that's my review of the Traxxas Slash Brushless. Comment, subscribe, rate, whatever you can do, and have fun.